Happy Memorial Day. Hope you guys are doing good. I hope you guys can hear me real good because me and this mic is not making it at all. But let me go ahead and see if I can play the 30-second countdown again, and then I'm gonna go ahead and get into my commentary. As you can see right here, yes, I have changed up, which I'm still gonna talk about Love and Marriage and Huntsville. But we're gonna go ahead. Let's go and dive in Real Housewives of Atlanta, which I'm not gonna go ahead and step by step of this um, episode. I just want to go ahead and get to all the stuff that happened, especially when it comes to Kenya Moore and Sheree. And like I said, I really haven't watched this show. I'm just catching up right now with some of the stuff, but I'm trying to figure out why, you know, what's going on, what I have saw for myself, why people never talked about it. But yes, I'm going to go ahead and talk about it. So, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and play this 30-second countdown right quick. See if I can go ahead and adjust this mic a little better than what it is, and then I'm gonna go ahead and get back to you guys again, guys. Welcome to Real Talk with your girl, Lady D, in here, unapologetic and unbiased. I see that my girl, yes, Queen is in the house. Welcome to Real Talk with your girl, Lady. Girl, I hope you're enjoying your day, Memorial Day. Please don't tell me you was at work. Guys, if you can hear, and Queen, let me know how this mic is because this right here is a new mic. So let me know if you can hear me real good. If you can hear me real good, just let me know. But I hope you're off today. If not, at least you out there grinding. Yes, indeed. So guys, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna talk about Real Housewives of Atlanta now. I'm not going to get into all the stuff that had happened, but if I'm not mistaken, this right here is season 15, episode 4. I've been watching a little bit, since I'm home all day today. But I'm gonna just give you just a little review, not that much, of what had happened this Sunday. Kenya Moore had invited them all to Birmingham, Alabama, and that's according to the TV guide because that's where I got it off. But I did see where they all had took that trip to Birmingham, and they had ended up getting kicked out. So yeah, and I'm gonna go ahead and talk about that. But I really want to go ahead and talk about is this right here. I want to comb through. Let me see if I can go ahead and pull it up with Sheree and Kenya Moore when Martell was invited to the event of Sonya Ross. That's what I want to go ahead and talk about because I was watching some reviews and I really didn't like how I saw Kenya Moore, how she was the one that was very disrespectful to Martell Hope. And the reason why I want to talk about it is because he's not the only one. She also had did it to every last black man that had came on that show, including recently she had did it to Sonya Ross' husband when she wanted to go ahead and call him out. And the reason why I'm making this video is because I saw that she have some new man, as you can see right here, that she was talking to on the telephone. And when she was talking to him, she was all smiles, all teeth, which I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to show you some of the clips. But I want to know that if this new man and this white man, yes, I'm not going to sit there and sugarcoat, okay? If he comes on the show, would Kenya Moore treat him like she did all the rest? Because every black man that Kenya Moore had brought on that show, which, like I sit there and say, this all for entertainment purpose only, and I'm going to sell ledger. I think like she brought those men on just to humiliate them, just to tear them down. And I was so glad when it came to Mark. I think the one that she had the baby with, Mark, which, like I said, I think that he was just a sperm donor. That's exactly what I think. But I'm so glad that he didn't sit there and fall for all the stuff, because she thought that she was going to bring him on so she could sit there and tear him down, so she could say that he's aggressive, he's abusive, because that's the label that she likes to tag people to. I see Tasha Michaels in the house. She said, yes, Kenya is very disrespectful. Tasha Michaels also said that that man just had a baby. He doesn't want Kenya. Absolutely. And we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna talk about it, because, like I said, I'm gonna call it exactly like it is. Now we got a lot of other people that they want to sugarcoat, but I'm not gonna sugarcoat, because in here, like I say, it is real talk, unapologetic and unbiased. And we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna comb through it all, because the way that Kenya Moore, she treats black men, and I'm gonna say yes, black men, to me is degrading. And I'm just so surprised that it just took Sheree Whitfield to go and call her out. So let's go ahead and talk about that right here. Like I said, look at what Queen is. She put these emojis. Girl, like I say, it is a lot. It's just too much. So we're gonna go ahead and talk about this. Let me pull this up right here. So let me pull this up right here. Hold on, I'm gonna make the screen a little bigger, because we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna comb through all this right here. I see my girl Logical Speakers in the house. Guys, I'm gonna drop the link in case you guys want to come on and help a sister out. So let me go ahead and drop the link, okay? Because we're gonna get to the bottom of here. Like I said there and say, I'm not here to sugarcoat or tickle nobody else. I'm here to sit there and tell my truth, whether you guys like it or not. Because this right here has gotten a little out of hand when it comes to these reality shows. And Kenya Moore, to me, it's like, oh, you're gonna go and you're gonna tear down a black man, yeah, but all the while you kiki and giggling when this white man come on this show, okay? But we're gonna call this out right now. So let's go ahead and talk about this right quick. I'm gonna go ahead and play this. Let me let my girl on Lodge. How you doing, Lodge? You can hear me? She must have jumped out. Let me see if she's gonna come back. Yeah, I'm trying to see if I can add Lodge on. She's trying to come in, guys. But yeah, guys, let me know what you think. What you think about it. It's enough of this right here. And every man that Kenya Moore had on that show, she has something negative to talk about. Something negative. So let me see if Logic coming on, because I saw where she was trying to come on. Let me close some of this stuff right here. Coming on. My girl come on. How you doing, Lodge? Let me close some of this stuff right here.
I'm great. How
are you? You got a feedback. Jump out and come back in. Close some of your tabs. Go ahead and close some of your tabs.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Wait, say something now.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you perfect. Turn the mic up. Let me hear. Go closer to the mic.
Yeah, okay.
Say something.
Yeah, I'm a little closer now. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. How you doing? Happy Memorial Day.
Same to you. I'm doing great. How's everybody?
Doing great. Doing great. Yeah. Look, I went ahead and I say, let me go ahead and take a dive at all the stuff that's going on with Real Housewives of Atlanta with Kenya Moore, because I see a lot of people, they don't talk about stuff like this. They want to go ahead and sugarcoat it. So what you think about last night's episode when you saw Kenya Moore, when she had gotten that phone call, how she was all kikiing and giggling and all happy? It's like you see the softer side when when she's with what. You see what I'm saying? What you think about that?
Yeah, whenever she's involved with a man, you see the softer side. But what really struck me is supposed to be her boyfriend, but this guy called in on Manietta's phone.
Absolutely.
It was not Kenya's phone. That was Manietta's phone. He called Manietta. I'm like, if you're supposed to be dating this guy, why is he calling you on Manietta's phone?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So that's how she met him, through him, right?
Yeah, she met him through Manietta. But according to Kenya, this is a man that she's interested in. He's interested in her, and they're dating. But he called Manietta's phone.
And I see what Tasha says that. And could you hear me good on my mic? Lodge, you can hear me real good.
Yeah, I can hear you perfect.
Huh?
Yes, I can hear you perfect.
Okay, because this is a new mic. I'm thinking about ordering another one.
Yeah.
But I see where Tasha says that Kenya is still married, yet she's in a fake relationship every season. It's getting old.
Yeah, Mark, her husband, he's holding out for some money. He won't sign the divorce papers.
Mm-hmm.
They say he's holding out for some money, some of her money.
Mm-hmm. Well, he should, because first of all, I don't even think that they really had a marriage. Maybe just for the cameras, and not only that, just to keep people from talking. Because I never saw them two really together, and when it was under the same roof, he was, there just because of his daughter. He really couldn't even stand the look of Kenya Moore.
Right. I don't think they ever lived in the same under the same roof, did they?
No, never.
Yeah.
Never, never.
Oh,
Yeah, but let's go ahead and comb through some of this stuff right here. I pulled up some clips of when Sheree and Kenya, was at the event time, Sonya Ross' husband's birthday. And it's some things that I saw that had really stuck out, which we still want to talk about a little bit of what had happened on the show last night. And if you want to go ahead and talk about something, you're welcome to it, okay? Because like I said, I'm really not too have followed up with that show, since Nene Leakes had left, okay?
Oh, okay.
So if anything that comes to mind that you want to go ahead and talk about, feel free, okay?
Okay, I will.
All right. So I'm going to play a little bit, and I'm gonna play it, and I'm gonna stop it, and we can go ahead and talk about it. And if you want me to go ahead and stop it, you can. So you say you can hear me real good, right?
Yes, I can hear you perfectly.
All right.
Okay, first, Ross was aggressive because he defended Sonya. Now, Martell defends himself, and you call him a piece of shit.
This yours? Can she talk?
You are so aggressive, Martell. I'm scared of you.
This is the part that really got me. When Kenya Moore had told Martell, "You are so aggressive, and I'm scared of you." Don't that sounds like you stereotyping?
Yeah, it's ridiculous. I mean, Martell didn't fight her not one little bit.
How could she say that Martell was aggressive and scared when Martell never even got in her face before? That was the first time he ever walked up to her.
Absolutely. It was ridiculous. I mean, I think she really intended to make Martell her storyline, the little arguments. But if you notice, I don't know if you watched it, if you noticed last night, she never mentioned Martell to Sheree. And when they went to Birmingham, she was very friendly with Sheree. Matter of fact, she made Sheree really her girl for the night.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was real nice. Like I told you, Kenya is gonna back up off Sheree.
She got what?
Kenya is going to back up off Martell.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So you think she's gonna back off?
Yeah, she's gonna back off. She don't want no smoke from Sheree.
Absolutely. Absolutely. But that's what I wanted to talk about, this part, because how can you say that this man is aggressive and scary? That sounds like how they put a label on us. That's why I say we quick to label our own people, and when other people do the same, then we want to get mad.
Yeah. Yeah, but they gotta have a story.
I guess when someone accusing you of something, I guess you can defend yourself.
I'm not accusing you of anything.
What is your issue with calling black men aggressive? Are they public enemy number one because you don't have...
And you see, well, did you hear that part right there?
Yeah, because now she's dating a white man.
Yeah. So Sheree say, what is your problem? Of calling, black man,
Aggressive.
enemy, aggressive and scary. So
Right.
you think that she's just doing that because she really don't like black men?
But she's done it with every man. I mean, she did it with Apollo. She got into it with who else on that show? Was it Peter? About Cynthia. Yeah, she's quick to run up in a black man's face. She's probably gonna kiss this white man's behind like she did Mark. I don't know.
Absolutely. And with, like I say, with Mark didn't give her a chance.
No,
She tried it. If Mark would have got on that show with her, I promise you, she would have labeled him as DV. You know what I'm talking about when I say DV, right?
yeah, absolutely. Yeah, she did Matthew like that too. Hold on, let me put my dogs up.
Okay. Oh, she did Matt so bad. I mean, she just took this man, pretty much used him just to help her. And I'm gonna say legend because all this stuff right here is for entertainment purpose only. But when it came to Matt, man, it's like I even had tears for this guy because she pretty much took this young man and had him to help her to do some repairs around that home. And when most likely she felt like she couldn't use him no more, she went ahead and kicked him to the curb, knowing that those two didn't have nothing in common. Not at all. I see Tasha Michael said, did you notice how Candy wasn't in this latest episode? Yeah, I wonder why. And Tasha, if you want to come up, you're welcome to come up. But I wonder why. Let me see if Logic knows, because see, she keeps up with this show right here. Why Candy wasn't on this episode? Because Candy usually be on every scene, but I think that they say she was on. She had another gig. I don't know, some other event that she had to attend. But I just came on because, like I said, I want to go ahead and call it like it is because I want to know why no one called Kenya Moore out, especially when she's calling every black man aggressive and scary and calling them out.
Yeah.
But yet she's kicking with the one that was on the telephone. Make it make sense. Are you there, Logic?
Yeah, I'm back.
What you think about what Tasha said about Candy wasn't on this episode? Because I know that you do follow this show.
Yeah, Candy supposedly had a prior event that she was supposed to go to. I don't know.
Tasha says Kenya wants to date a white man because Mayetta is dating a white man. Besides, don't no black man wants her. Her aunt even told her to stop running the men off. I don't think she's gonna run that one off because she's not gonna be as aggressive. I don't think as she is with the rest of them. She gonna handle him with kid gloves.
Yeah, but I really don't think that white man is that interested in her.
I don't think so either.
No, not at all. Not to me. I mean, she's about 10 years older than him, and he seems like he's attracted to younger women like Manetta. I don't think he's interested in Kenya.
Tasha said Twitter is saying Bravo is trying to phase out Candy because of the shooting. What you think about that?
Yeah, it could be. And then Bravo, Andy really wanted to bring Phaedra back. Phaedra would have brought a lot of viewers back to Rhoa, but Candy refuses to work with her. I believe that's another reason why they're trying to get rid of Candy. They want to bring Phaedra back to the Atlanta Housewives.
Mm-hmm. And I don't think that they really think that Candy is deserving of to be top, paid on the entire Bravo network of, when it comes to the reality shows. Because
Right.
they say she's the top. And I think they realizing Candy, she's making too much money for the say she's giving, little.
Yeah, they say she makes $2 million a year.
Oh my God, 2 million, that's a lot.
So yeah, I think they're trying to get rid of her.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I do. And I wouldn't have a problem with it. Even though I like Candy, I would rather have Phaedra back.
Me too. I definitely would like Phaedra.
Yeah, Candy can go. I've seen plenty of Candy. Yeah, she still has her own little talk show. So I wouldn't mind if they got rid of Candy.
Mhm.
Not at all.
I would definitely love to see Phaedra back, and the only reason why she's not back because Candy don't want her back,
Right.
and I just don't understand how Candy can have that much pull. So, like I said, Candy got to be behind the scene pulling some type of strings, or just like I said before, when she started with those crocodile tears, and that's what makes people sit there and give in.
Well, I think it has a lot to do with that lie that was told on her too. That
Mhm.
she could speak negative on Bravo because that lie was allowed to be uh, part of the show.
Yeah,
Because
but the thing about it is, if it was a lie, you capitalize off it.
yeah, she
Then
did.
she took whatever Phaedra and Portia put out. She went ahead and made a show out of it. So how you if you traumatized about something that somebody said about you, why would you capitalize off it?
Well, production can edit anything they want. They didn't have to put that out there.
Mhm.
And I think Carlos was the producer at the time.
Yeah.
I think
Tony,
that's what Candy has over Bravo's head. They were allowed, Carlos was allowed to produce that lie.
mhm. Well, they
Yep,
waking up now, so I guess whatever spell that Candy and the OG put on them is coming off them because
yeah,
now they start seeing it. But I think that's the reason why they put Marlo on the show, so Marlo can go after Candy,
yeah,
because nobody else is going to go after her. But Marlo can't do it by herself.
yeah, it's not working. Mar-
Huh?
Marlo cannot, she can't ruffle Candy's feathers. No, no. I don't know. Maybe they think Marlo will pester her so much till Candy will, get into some type of physical fight with Marlo and get kicked off the show. I don't know.
I really think that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to find something to get Marlo off the show.
Yeah,
But it's just that they feel that Bravo, and Andy got Marlo's back because you could see that Kenya Moore does not want to film with Marlo. You could see, all the rest of them, they rather side with Candy and Marlo, and not Marlo, Candy and Kenya, because they know that if they side with Marlo, most likely they're gonna be on the out with Marlo.
yeah, yeah. I don't know. It's a little boring to me. It was a little boring last night. Um, I don't know.
Country girls say Billy Goat ain't bringing nothing to the show. Don't like I said yesterday. The only thing that Candy really brought, and she didn't even bring that, is when Candy and Cynthia Bailey and Peter, all of them had got in that fight. That's the only time when I saw some action when it came to Candy.
Yeah,
Everything else is that Candy sitting there carrying a bone and pretty much not really doing anything, just watching everybody else do what she might think she want to do, but she's not doing it.
yeah. Her relationship, her marriage, her and Todd are just boring. I
Hmm.
like Candy, but her whole storyline is boring. You rarely see the children. I mean, Phaedra's boys were on that camera, in front of that camera all the time.
And I wanted to see. I definitely want to see Phaedra back on Real Housewives of Atlanta.
Yeah, me
But
too.
I would love to see Portia back. What you think?
I mean, I could tolerate Portia. I mean, I don't like a lot of the crap that she did, but I could tolerate her.
Hmm. But I think Portia is scared to come back because she knows that Kenya Moore is sitting
Oh yeah,
already.
Kenya gonna eat her up.
You're
Yep.
Tasha said, meanwhile, Nene has been trending since last night after Mayetta mentioned her in reference to Molo. You know anything about that?
Yeah, I saw Nene. What was she talking? Oh, I saw her in an interview with Jason Lee. I think it was last night, and she's still sour about not being on the show. To me, she feels like Candy has a lot to do with her not being on the show. And really, to me, Nene messed up her own spot.
Mm-hmm. In what way?
I mean, being aggressive, being nasty and mean to Cynthia. She got to the point where none of them wanted to film with her.
Mm-hmm. But the thing about it is that Nene had a huge follower because once Nene left off that show, the ratings never been the same.
Right. They said at one time they had 4 million viewers. Uh, but since Nene has been gone, a lot of people stopped watching. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think they had 900,000 this last week. I don't know what they're going to have last night.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, they lost a lot of viewers.
But don't you know, I had contact Nene. I had felt in the spirit that last season. I think it was season 12, and I told Nene that if she come back on season 13, that they will throw everything that they can to smear her name, and because you could tell that Kenya Moore and Candy and Cynthia Bailey, to me, it's like they all had formed the alliance to do it to try to get Nina kicked off the show, but they wanted to go ahead and smear her name, in the meantime.
Well, Nene committed the ultimate sin.
She was.
She committed the ultimate sin to me. She accused Bravo and Andy of being racist.
Mm-hmm.
And to me, they'll never let her back on there for that reason, because she could do it again.
Mm-hmm. Tasha said Greg was dying. Nene turned into a different person because of this. So she was saying, the reason why Nene, she was changing, I guess, because she was going through a lot. Just imagine someone that, you've been with pretty much, for a pretty long time, and you watching this man just dying and suffering. So that would take a toll on anyone,
That could have been. I mean, to me, she was mean and nasty all the time. But okay, during the time when Greg was sick, I could see her being a little bit more touchy and mean. Okay, I'll go along with that. But calling Bravo racist. I mean, why would they rehire her?
Mm-hmm. I think she called Bravo racist because of Kim Zolciak. When Kim, wasn't filming, she wasn't putting on in the work, she was calling in, and she didn't want to travel, and all of a sudden, Kim ended up with a spinoff, and we know how it all had ended when Kim and Croy pretty much hit the cameraman. And not only that, you remember at the reunion, I think it was one reunion when that Kim threw Andy down or something like that.
I don't remember that. No,
she did something to Andy. If I'm not mistaken, she told him she threw him down. No, that was Teresa. Teresa.
Right, Teresa Giudice.
Yeah, Giudice. But I know Kim did something to Andy.
Yeah. And then another reason why Nene will never be back on the show, she sued Bravo for citing them as being racist and providing a hostile work environment. They're never going to let her back on their show.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Tasha said, remember when Croy had brought a gun to the reunion? I don't remember that one, but do you remember that?
No, I don't.
That's my first time. I didn't knew that one.
I don't remember that.
Yeah.
But it could have happened. It could have happened because he was always calling himself being protective over Kim, because I guess he thought them black women was going to beat her butt. But I don't remember him bringing a gun. Yeah. Wow. Yeah. They say she's begging to get back on the show now.
Wouldn't you?
I don't
With $726 according to these bloggers that she have in her account.
Wow. I don't know. They said the only person that's gonna welcome her or on board for her coming back is Sheree. Everybody.
Sheree?
Yeah, they said Sheree is the only one.
Okay. Did you hear anything about Carlos King trying to get Nene to come on? To do some kind of show with him?
No, I didn't hear that.
Yeah, I did hear that Carlos King trying to get Nene, and it was somebody else, I guess, trying to get the original OGs back together. Now, I did hear something like that. I don't know if it's accurate. I just heard that, a comment. Someone had said that they heard something like that.
Yeah.
Yes, Tasha said, yes, it's definitely happened. Google it. Corey brought a gun to the reunion. What did he bring it for? What's the purpose? Unless he was content thinking that he was going to be Kim's bodyguard, huh?
I don't know. I didn't know he done it.
Yeah,
Wow.
that's.
I must have missed that reunion.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
That's my first time hearing that one right there.
Yeah, I can't see how Kim could come back, want to come back, or even who's she going to film with?
Most likely Sheree.
Sheree, the only one? That's not going to work. I mean, she talks
Most
bad
likely
about.
Sheree. Huh?
I mean, Kim talked bad about all of them. When she left and married Croy, they're not going to tolerate her. Ain't nobody going to be nice to her but Sheree.
Uh-huh. I mean, because she did a turn. She just turned once she met Croy. And if I'm not mistaken, didn't she meet Croy through Sheree?
Oh, wow. Who introduced her to Troy?
Huh?
One of them introduced her to Croy. I'm not sure which one.
I think it was Sheree. Sheree had invited Kim to some kind of event. It was I think they was dancing or something like that. And I think Kim had saw his butt and fell in love with the butt, which we know it wasn't a butt. It was the football that was in his hands.
Wow. Yeah, she really thought herself.
So I guess Queenie probably say Sheree is her number one because she's saying she's giving Sheree 100. So I guess Sheree is her girl. And I know Tasha is Nene's girl. With Nene is my girl too. Nene and Phaedra.
Yeah.
I think Logic is Candy, right?
No, Sheree and Phaedra.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean Candy is cool. She all right, but she's a tad bit boring.
Mm-hmm.
And Sheree was, I mean not Sheree. Phaedra was always funny.
So will you watch Phaedra on Married to Medicine?
Yeah, I guess I will. Mm-hmm. I would rather for her to be on the Housewives, but I'll watch her on Married to Medicine.
Yeah, I think she's gonna stick out like a sore thumb on Married to Medicine because we're so used to her on
the Housewives.
On the Housewives. So can you hear me good? Because I barely could hear you. You very, very, very low.
Oh wait, let me try to turn it up a little bit.
Mm-hmm. So let me see if I can play a little more of this right here. So we're gonna comb through this because I don't understand why people, they have their pickers and choosers who they want to talk about. And you see, I don't know if you can see this guy right here, but the third guy, can you see this picture right here, Logic? The third guy?
Yeah.
That Kenya Moore with?
Yeah.
Do you remember him?
No, who is he?
Well, we're going to say a legend, but this is the guy right here that Marlo Hampton had exposed Kenya Moore of having an affair with, saying, sort of like, and I'm going to say allegedly, guys.
Oh, yeah, he's a baseball player.
Like he was the sugar daddy or something like that. And guys, if you can hear Logic good, give me a thumbs up, country, and Touch. If you can hear it's real good. What you say, Lodge?
I think this guy was a baseball player, right?
No, I'm talking about the third one, not the second one. The third one. This is a really old guy. This is the one that Marlo had put out. She had some pictures on her cell phone when she was saying that Kenya was talking about buying them a purse, some kind of Birkin bags, and that's who she, pretty much was saying that, and I'm gonna say allegedly a call girl, but hide whatever. And like I said, that's what was out.
Wow,
And
no,
I said allegedly. Huh?
I don't remember this man.
So she said she could hear you real good, but I can't. I wonder if it's this mic because I can't hear you at all, Lodge.
Wow. You want me to go out and come back in?
Sometimes it's like you're going in and out. What you're
Wow.
saying again?
I don't remember this old dude.
Yeah. Marlo had broke that story where and Kenya Moore hated her after that. Let me see if I can see some of the text that was said between Marlo and Kenya Moore, where some of it says, "If you got to know so, I can tell I want to know what you are doing. My friend is here and has a rich Jewish guy. He's all over me. I know he like you." So right there, that was a text. I don't have the text up, but you can go ahead and Google because it's already out there. Where Kenya Moore was trying to get Marlo Hampton to come on a date with her because Kenya Moore was saying that's a rich Jewish friend, and he also have another friend that she thought would like Marlo. Okay, he says we are at some kind of park. I don't know what park it is at Madison. He has no kids, and he's single. You never heard this before?
No.
And that's when I guess Kenya Moore was saying, "Damn girl, he is rich. Okay, I get his info. Okay, and let me look." It says I can't really see all of it because the phone had cracked. So yeah, girl, that was a big old. I mean, girl, that was a lot of stuff about this man right here. So like us, what Nene was saying, Nene said Kenya Moore should be kissing the ground that she walked on because when she came back on that show because you don't remember the scene when Kenya Moore had showed not Kenya Moore, Nene had showed when Kenya Moore was living in that 1 bedroom apartment with that white refrigerator was so small, but Nene said, "Look, you girl, you living in the hood. Look like I need to get a helicopter to come out of this place."
Yeah, I remember that.
You remember that one?
Yeah, I do. I remember that.
Yeah.
Can you hear me now?
I barely could hear you, but I think Queenie said she could hear you real good. As long as they can
Wow.
hear you real good. Yeah.
Wow. Yesterday we did just fine. Now today,
Now I hear you good.
yeah.
Yeah, because they were saying that Kenya Moore really didn't have too much until she came on that show, which pretty much they all, pretty much, didn't really
Right.
have nothing. They came up, once the Bravo checks started rolling in. But
Right.
yeah, um, and after that, that's most likely why Nene was kind of hurt because Kenya, once she started, getting up there, she started changing more into a villain. And when it comes to Nene, Nene is a Capricorn. Capricorns are very territorial.
Uh-huh. Wow.
So, girl, I thought you knew about that one.
No, I had never seen. I saw the guy in the middle, but the older guy, no, I had never seen him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the guy in the middle now, who is him?
I think he was a ball player,
Oh,
a
okay.
baseball player.
And the thing
Yeah.
about it that she never brought him on that show, huh?
I think it was last season she was dating him for a little while. It's a younger guy, younger white guy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. A baseball player.
Oh, okay.
Poor Kenya. She is such a pretty woman and can't get a man.
I really think that she can. What I think is that she don't want to put him on the show because she want to keep this show script. She don't want to be her authentic self, to
Yeah.
tell her story. Because Kenya Moore, she really have a story, but she's not going to talk about it
Yeah.
because she could have came on talking about all the stuff that happened to her when she was a child, and how she felt. But she didn't want to talk about that. She wanted to come on as a villain. And now when
Yeah.
she was trying to talk about it, nobody really don't want to hear it because she really left people in a very, very dark space.
Yeah, I think that's the reason she has such a hatred for Marlo because Marlo was the first one to say, "Hey, your mama don't even want to be bothered with you." Remember that?
Yeah,
when they were camping out, and I'm like, oh my god. And look like Kenya has hated Marlo ever since that.
yeah. No, that was
It was
a
mean.
dig. That was the dig. But
Yeah.
Molo did. Molo did apologize, but I guess Kenya Moore really, just couldn't shake it off.
Yeah. And I think a lot of those women feel like Marlo is beneath them. That's what I think. I could be wrong.
I think so because last night you remember when I don't know who was the first one to say let's go ahead and kick Kenya's door down. They did Kenya Moore. They didn't call them out, but when Marlo started bamming on the door, that's when they made a big stink about it.
Yeah, I mean, Marlo was banging on the door harder than anybody,
Hmm.
kicking on the door, screaming at her, and
And I was sitting there saying, please, Marlo, don't even do anything because they're gonna accuse her for that as well. I
yeah,
just wish Marlo just make her money, and just be pretty and just
mhm,
do her thing. Try not
yeah,
to get too involved in what these women are doing because as you can see, anything that she says anyway, they trying their best to team up to go ahead and get rid of her.
somebody said they thought Marlo was drunk.
Drunk widow.
That last night she appeared to be drunk when she was kicking on Kenya's door.
Yeah, I don't know.
They said
But
she
you
looked.
can see they don't want to film with her. Even Sonya, Sonya don't even want to be associated with Marlo.
Yeah, well, Marlo did too much. She is doing a little bit too much.
Like what?
I mean, kicking on, banging on the woman's door and talking about put Brooklyn in another room and come on out and bring
Yeah.
out. Come on now, she doing too much.
Well, who could do more than what Kenya Moore is doing? Can you see Kenya Moore get a lot away with a lot of stuff?
Oh yeah, Kenya gets away with a lot.
I mean, too much.
Yeah, she do. She
Mhm.
really do.
And the thing about it is that they don't call Kenya Moore out on nothing.
No, no, they look up to Kenya. I mean, she was what, Miss America, or Miss USA,
I don't know, one of those.
and then she's extremely articulate.
She's very pretty, very
A
articulate,
beautiful
very.
woman.
But it's
Yeah,
just that she got some things inside of her where she
yeah,
refused to even go there. She don't even want to touch those issues.
yeah. But Marlo has a very checkered past, and they look down on her. They think she's a pro. You know what I'm talking about? Uh, the way she makes her money is
But
from
they
old
can't
white
call
women.
her a pro of how she makes her money because I just told you about the rest of them. You see what I'm saying? They all got skeletons in their closet.
Yeah, but unfortunately, Marlo's stick out a little more. I mean, but she did time in prison. She stabbed a woman or cut a woman's face or something.
Yeah, but when Molo did that, Molo was, like I said, it was mainly the girl came after Molo. You see,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah, because I remember Molo was telling the story that the Molo used to dress good. She was out there. I know she was pretty because she's pretty now.
yeah,
And the girl came to her, and like she threw a fist, and Molo threw a blade. Which
yeah.
I don't condone violence, but you can't tell a person, when they fight, how to fight.
Yeah, the thing is, to me, some people can commit, crimes in their past and people will forgive them. And there are going to be some people, their past is going to always haunt them. They are never going to get the respect from others that they want. And the bad part about it, like Carlos said, Marlo is looking for them to respect her. She needs to stop looking to them for respect.
Hmm.
Yep.
I think what it is just like you said, Molo is trying to fit in,
Yeah, she's
and
trying too hard to fit in.
yeah,
Yeah.
I think she will fare better with Sheree. If she just focused her relationship, her friendship with Sheree, than trying to fit in with Candy and Kenya Moore. And
Well,
Candy don't like her because she quick to call Candy ghetto, and they don't like
yeah.
Marlo with her high fashion, because she's very materialistic.
Yeah, she quick to call Candy a sugar mama. You taking care of Todd. Your mama don't. Come on now.
Hmm.
Marlo really have a hard time getting along with anybody. I don't know nobody on that show that she's gotten along with.
Yeah.
She's got into it with everybody.
I had a feeling this was my longtime friend, Tasha Michaels, the one that's in. She and I have been since day one a friend. I didn't know
Really?
about I didn't know about Tasha Michaels. I knew about Loyal because she goes by Loyal Tasha.
Okay.
And she sent me just now, she just texted me. She said Andy Cohen says Croy Billman had a gun with him and at Real Housewives of Atlanta reunion
Oh
as
wow.
he fears violence, talk Alex McCall and Simon Van Kemper proceeding to revenge to being fired. Oh my God, I never heard of that. You?
No, I hadn't heard that
Let me see if I
either.
can pull up. This is new. I mean, this is new to me. And when is this happen? Let me see when this happened. This happened, girl. This happened October the 20th, 2021. I want to
Wow.
see if I can pull it up. If I can pull it up, but I might go ahead and post it. It says Andy Cohen says Croy Billman had a gun with him at Real Housewives of Atlanta reunion as he feared violence. Talk Alice McCall and Simon Van Kemper unpreceded revenge to being fired. Andy Cohen looked back on the moment he feared for his safety in People's report David Quinn just released. Let me see. While reminiscing about the drama-filled reunion special for season 10 of Real Housewives of Atlanta with Mark Kim Zolciak final appearance on the series, Andy admitted that he actually felt that Kim's husband, Croy Billman, was going to get physical with him. Girl, this is new. Tasha, this
Wow.
is my first time hearing this. So,
Yeah,
what it's saying is that Andy thought that Croy was going to get physical with him.
I guess. I
I
hadn't
just,
heard it. It's my
me
first time
either.
hearing it.
Girl, this is new. And the reason, I guess, because we haven't followed the show after Nene had left, and most likely that's why I didn't see this article. But this is coming from Reality Bird,
Oh, okay.
BLURB. It says, I just remember Croy yelling at me in the bathroom after the reunion. It was the only time during the whole run where I ever felt like I was going to get punched. Andy recalled, according to excerpts shared by E! News on October the 19th.
Okay.
Wow.
I think Croy was mad because he felt like Andy was allowing Nene and the rest of the women to treat Kim bad or get all up in Kim's face.
Oh, I think, let me tell you what I think. You remember when they all was on that couch
Uh-huh.
when uh yeah, I remember that scene. You remember when Croy
Right.
had got up and went and confronted Andy,
Yeah.
saying that all the women had
Was
jumped on
ganging up
Nene.
on Kim.
Yes, yeah, Kim. And
Yeah,
look,
I
it says
remember
right
that.
here, as Real Housewives of Atlanta fans will recall, Kim's daughter Briella Berman filmed a video of a bug. Yeah, I remember that in the bathroom of Nene Lee's home.
Right.
Yeah, I remember that right there. And saying
Yeah.
that Nene house was dirty. You remember that? And it was, I
Yeah.
think it was like water bugs, right?
It looked like water bugs. They said it was roaches, but it looked
Yeah,
like
it wasn't.
it was water bugs.
Yeah, it was water
I
bugs.
know it looked like a water bug, but I wasn't
Yeah,
sure.
it was water bugs. It says because
Yeah.
of the suggestion that his wife was potentially exhibiting racism behavior. She was. Kim was very
Yeah.
racist that season.
Yeah, she was.
And
Yeah,
all
but
he was doing is calling her out.
but Croy would never see it because he's a white man too. He ain't gonna see nothing wrong with what Kim did. You know.
Thank you. But he's seen it now. Now he's calling it out.
Yeah, he ready for a divorce now because they say she been gambling up all the money.
So do you think that he want to get a divorce? Because not too long ago, a couple of months, they was holding hands and coming out of Las Vegas. Because sometimes a lot of people do that, just to
For
get the
attention.
or just to get, for financial, to get
Yeah,
out
they
of
do.
that,
Yeah.
especially if you owe the IRS.
Yeah, we don't know. It could be a lie or it could be real. We won't know unless they're absolutely divorced.
Or maybe she probably just doing it because she's trying to get back on the show on a storyline.
Yeah. I don't know why she want to come back amongst all these black women.
Girl, she need the money.
Yeah, I guess she do.
And then they were saying that something about $125,000 she was gambling online. Oh my God!
A lot of money.
Wow,
She's supposed to have a serious gambling habit.
wow, that's
Yeah.
horrible. That
Yeah.
is horrible. But thank you for the article, Tarsha. Yeah, that Tarsha is. I mean, she and I follow each other on Twitter,
Okay.
and I used to do a lot of videos of Real Housewives of Atlanta, and she was right there supporting me, always right there on the scene. But
Okay.
girl, that was draining. That was a lot.
Wow.
Yes. So let's get back to Kenya Moore and Sheree, okay?
Okay.
Is it okay for you to get in his face, though? I'm just asking.
It's okay if I'm defending myself, yes.
So when he's defending himself, it's not okay to.
It's okay to defend
speak.
himself, but he does not ever have to be abusive. Standing in front of
Make it make sense.
She can be abusive to him, but he cannot defend himself. See, Kenya got a bad habit of doing that. Want to run up in some man's face talking crap, and then when they get at her, the way she coming at them, they get right back at her. She want to cry victim. You can't do that.
I mean, stuff like that could get you in a world of trouble.
Yeah, because I mean, Martial is what 41 years old. He's a whole different generation than her. If it don't matter if a female or a man gets in Martell's face, he is going to get aggressive. I mean, a 60-year-old man would never have talked to Kenya in that manner. He would have just turned around and walked away.
Wow.
But these 40-year-olds, honey, they ain't walking away. You step to them, they're gonna put you in your place.
Now, the thing about it is that Kenya Moore bringing up this man name, accusing this man of going into her DM, but he cannot defend himself.
Right, and on top of it, she was lying.
Thank you.
The only thing he said was thanked her for giving him some support or some kind words, and she made it seem like he was trying to talk to her, and he wasn't. That's what
And
I
the
don't like
thing,
about Kenya.
yeah, and the thing about it is that Candy said that he might have deleted it. And why would
Hmm.
Candy even say something like that?
I don't know why Candy. I don't know. Candy got I don't know. Candy seemed like she got a little anger towards Sheree. Maybe Candy feels like she's getting pushed out, and Kenya is her only buddy. But Sheree ain't trying to mess with Candy.
Why you say that?
I think Candy feel like nobody wants her there because they want Phaedra back.
Mhm.
I
Well,
don't know.
well, like I said, it's all about money. And if you've seen since Nene left that show, the ratings have never sat there and been high. Quite
Mhm.
obvious, Nene, I'm not Nene, Candy couldn't pull that show off. And what made them think that Candy could pull that show off when Candy couldn't even pull the spin-offs that she had off?
Yeah. I mean, a lot of people like Candy, but everybody says she's boring. Everybody says that Candy is boring. They like her, but she's boring.
And the thing, and then not only that, when they tell her that, she approved them by doing something big. But then again, the next day, nobody really remember it.
Yeah. Yeah, she's pretty boring. She needs to go ahead on and leave. She got enough businesses. She got all them restaurants, all these different movies and plays. I don't understand why she's got to have. They so greedy.
And Candy is absolutely is. She, like I said there and say, if you can make your money, go ahead and make your money. But you know, this right here, they starting pulling the sheets off and saying Candy is pretty much she's she's sliding through the cracks. So they trying
Yeah.
to make her at least give us something.
Yep.
Give us something because if not, we got to make it happen with or without her. But if she don't want to film, then hey, here's the door.
Right.
Because Candy getting all of these endorsements, she getting all these brands, but they trying to say doing what?
Yeah, I mean, Candy is probably tired. She works so many different jobs. By the time she get to film, she's tired. She don't feel like giving a hundred to the show. She need to go on and do what she doing.
And that's why I think that they pushing Marlo to go ahead and try to expose it because that's not really Marlo character. She's outspoken, but not to hit below the belt like that, especially when it comes to Candy and her children, because why all of a sudden that Molo came and said, oh, because you never home with your kids.
I think Marlo has always hit below the belt.
I like me some Molo.
I mean, she's cool, but I think she got some issues. Because the way she came up wasn't all that great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't know why would Candy even get upset about it, because Candy know her own daughter. You remember Raleigh had said that
Yeah.
she never was home and she was tired babysitting and saying
Yeah.
that Todd need to lose that daddy daycare and she's
Yeah.
not going to raise another one of Candy's child, you know?
Yeah. But Candy don't want to hear it. She knows. I mean, Rowley said it, but Candy don't want to hear it. She thinks she is a good mother, but she don't want to hear that coming out of nobody's mouth.
But the thing, like I said, you can make all the money in the world, but the kids at that age, they not looking at,
Yeah.
you out there making the money, so you can provide for our future.
Right.
All they looking for is that mom home with them at that time.
Right. I think Ace has cried at least 2 or 3 times about his mama not being home.
Wow,
At least 2 times. Your
that's
child
horrible.
shouldn't have to cry and beg you to come home, and you still continue to keep your butt out there in the street.
And I wonder why she just don't get it. You got two small kids. Your oldest daughter said that you never was home. Now you
Yeah.
got two small kids where you can make it right, but you're
Hmm.
still doing the same thing over and over. And not only that, you got a husband that complaining and saying the same thing.
Well, somebody said this morning, I was watching one of the shows, said that Candy do not want to be home. It's a lot of people like that. They would rather work than to be home.
Okay.
I know a couple of women like that. They hate being home. They don't want to cook. They don't want to be bothered. They'd rather be in the street, at work, any place but home. I do know a female like that. And
And
she's
then
young.
Candy probably look at it right now while she got all these doors are opening for her. Why not going in?
Yeah. She didn't, like somebody said earlier, she didn't raise Riley. Mama Joyce raised Riley.
Absolutely.
So, if she didn't raise her oldest daughter, she ain't about to put in no time raising these two.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Mm-mm-mm. And like I say, guys, in here is for entertainment purpose only, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's alleged. I mean, I heard somebody
Yeah,
else say, and it makes sense to me. Some women are just not cut out to be mothers.
absolutely.
They love their kids, they want to provide, but they are not nurturing. They don't want to be home all the time being bothered with a man or no kids. She probably have
Yeah.
more fun when she's out amongst her friends. There's a lot of women
Uh,
like that.
Queenie says she's about getting them bags, but like I say, what's the
Yeah.
purpose of gaining the entire world and losing your soul? And not only losing your soul, when you come home, your kids don't even recognize you.
Girl, I have heard so many entertainers, especially women, children say, my mama was never home. My mama was never home. My grandma raised me. I mean, Angie Stone, she's one of my favorites. Her daughter said the same thing.
Yeah.
Her mama was too busy uh, performing and traveling. She was never home.
Wow.
It's a lot of them say that.
And when they want to be a mother to the kids, it's too late
Right.
because the
You
kids
know,
is not going to even have time for them anymore.
yeah, those formative years, which are, adolescence and, grades 1 through 3, they want their mama home.
Absolutely.
Even though daddy is there, they want to see their mama more than once a week.
Absolutely.
But like these women, I mean, Aretha Franklin, the same thing. She was never there.
Mhm.
I mean, they get into show business and entertaining, and they all about their bag, to
And they,
provide.
and they wondering why the kids don't respect them.
Yeah, that's why a lot of their kids be messed up.
Thank you.
They're never home.
Mm-mm-mm.
I've heard so many of them say that. My mom was never home. She didn't raise me.
But I sure thought Candy was going to do right, especially after her own daughter had gave her that pep talk. I thought
Yeah.
she's going to do right.
And I'm gonna tell you, somebody else gonna hear that from their kids.
Cool.
Your girl Melody.
Melanie.
Yep.
Oh my God, absolutely.
Right. When they get a little older, if she continue on this path, they gonna say, "Hey, Mama was never home." but daddy was.
Absolutely.
Mama's always traveling.
And and the thing about it is that everything is recorded.
Yeah, yeah,
Everything is recorded, so she can't tell the kids, oh, daddy's lying.
yeah. Did
This
you see
everything
that?
is recorded.
Did you see that video she made in the shower for her skincare line?
I didn't see it. I saw a glimpse of it, but I didn't pay attention to it. I saw where people was talking about that filter, in the shower with a filter.
Yeah, I mean, some
Oh my
people
god.
said it looked like soft PRO, you know what, in.
You think that's where she's trying to go and we're gonna sell legendly? Because you know.
I think she's just trying to sell her products and she going to do whatever she got to do to sell them. And
Mhm,
I watched the video. It was very erotic. I mean, the way she was rubbing her body and the way her face, her facial expressions. But
mhm.
hell, if that's what she got to do to sell her products, I guess.
Well, that's sad. But yet
Yeah.
you're still sitting there saying the blessings came from God, right?
Girl, God ain't got nothing to do with you rubbing your body
Mhm.
on national television to sell no products.
Mm-mm-mm.
But if
What?
that's you,
Where did you see that video at? Because I saw a little bit of it, but I didn't.
um,
I just glanced at. I didn't know what it was really about.
a couple of the bloggers posted the video. I think it
Okay.
was Empress Radio. I saw it on there. They said the shade room gave her pure DHE double hockey sticks.
Oh, so it's
Yeah,
on the shared room.
yeah, it's on the shade room, Empress Radio, Talk with Slanter. A bunch of them
Let me see if
ran the
I.
video.
Let me see if I can go on the shared room.
You go. I'm pretty sure you're gonna see just what I saw.
On the shared room.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Go to Empress Radio.
Oh, well, oh, I'm not gonna go to her thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah, because I don't want them to strike my stuff down. You see what I'm
Oh,
saying?
okay, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
but I could watch it. I was gonna do the Instagram, but I don't want you and I to lose each other because my
Okay.
my stream always mess up when I go on there. But I'm gonna
Oh,
go
okay.
on. I'm gonna go on the shared room and see.
Yeah.
But the thing about it is that you know what I don't get is how they just use. All right. I don't mind. You can use a filter, but you got to use it to the extreme where you got to put the filters on your kids as well.
Yeah.
I was seeing Letitia had her kids shampoo line, they love their products. And I
Yeah.
didn't see no filter on those
Right.
kids.
I
Not
could never
one.
understand that about Melody. Why did she always have filters on the kids? The little
That's,
baby girl, what's her name? Sugar Mama.
and nobody's talking about the children at all. Like I sit there and say, you put it out, you free game.
Right.
I don't
Why?
understand why.
Yeah, I don't know about Tank, but I know baby Sugar Mama, Malia, and Mariah, they always had filters on. I couldn't understand why. What is it? She didn't like the way her kids look natural. I couldn't understand
Girl,
why she was doing that.
girl, I promise you, great minds think alike.
What is that with that?
Great minds think alike. Because I was thinking the same thing. For you to put filters on your kids is something that you don't like about what you see.
Yeah, I mean, most people that I know that use filters, when I ask them, why do you put filters on your pictures? And they say, well, I don't like the way I look without the
Hmm.
filters.
Hmm.
So I mean, why else would she be using them?
Because they try to enhance their beauty.
Well, that tells me she don't like the way they look naturally.
Hmm.
She finds something wrong with the way they look or want to enhance the way they look. But I can't understand why for children.
And when I saw Tisha's, you saw Tisha's kids, right?
They never had filters on. Never.
Not one.
I could never understand that about Melody. I think somebody else asked her, why do you always have those filters on those kids? I could never figure out I mean, to me, that would make me think, oh, mama, you don't like the way I look.
And that's just like when she was putting the hair weave on the kids. I was saying,
Yeah.
I would see if the kids are getting braids in their hair.
Yeah.
Because children want long braids. So I could
Yeah.
understand that. But when you doing like just a regular style and you putting
Right.
hair weave on kids, it doesn't make sense at all.
Right. And it looked like the braid the braid hair is very thick, and it was pulling out the kids' edges. Look like Boss Baby.
Hmm.
I'm like, why is she doing all of that?
Because her hair is too fine. And like I said, I've been a
Yeah,
cosmetologist for 30 years,
yeah,
and if you put in hair weave, especially thin synthetic hair weave,
yeah.
on very fine hair, you're not going to
It'll
have no
pull up.
edges. It's going to
Right.
eat it up.
Yeah, Melody has thin hair too. Her natural hair.
Yeah, if you
Mhm.
put synthetic hair on natural hair, it's
Yeah,
going to eat it up.
yeah. If your hair is thin.
Yes,
Yeah.
you can't do it. But I
I,
was saying I didn't make a video. I didn't because I was just waiting for someone to go ahead and bring it out. You know, what's the purpose of these kids?
and the
Are you
filter.
coming online? You know, every time with a filter.
Yeah, I could never understand that. I'm like, what is it with the filters? She don't like the way they look.
I
I mean,
don't
she uses
know.
filters on herself all the time too. I can see that she's an adult.
Hmm.
I mean, she's trying to look her best in front of the camera, but I couldn't understand why for the children. I mean, what is that?
I don't know. And
I
I
mean,
even, like I said, I was trying to figure out myself. And when I saw Tisha had put her kids' products out, I think it was so beautiful. It was appropriate. You must have dropped your mic.
Yeah, I did. Hold on 1 second. I moved around a little bit too much. Go ahead, I can hear you.
Yeah, it was very professional. It was beautiful. I didn't see no filters or nothing. And if she did have filters on her kids, she didn't take it to the extreme. You there? So guys, Logic is getting her mic together. I think she had went ahead and she dropped it. But yeah, guys, what your thoughts about that? And like I said there and say, you put it out there, you free game. And it's not that no one is talking about no one's kids, so don't go running and say that. It's just that, why would you want to put filters on kids? And that's for anybody. I don't think that kids should have filters, big eyelashes and heavy blush and lipstick. And, to me, that's taking it to the extreme. Now, if you want to go ahead and you want to put filters on and have at it. But when it comes to the kids, that's a whole different story. So, yep, guys, we done did our hour. So I'm gonna see if Logic gonna come back and we can go ahead and talk some more or whatever. But thank you guys for joining my live. Real Talk with Girl Lady D and Logic Speak for helping a sister out. Trying to get that mic together.
yeah, I just plugged in another one.
Huh?
Am I clear?
And I was hearing you so good. Let me see. Go ahead and say something.
Am I clear? I just plugged in another one.
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay, good.
Yeah, but that was taking it to the extreme.
Yeah. Wow. There was a couple of points I wanted to make. I had made a few notes.
Mhm.
Let's see if you had heard anything about it. Let me go to them, whatever they're at. Oh wow, where are they? Where are they?
And guys, I hope you guys enjoyed y'all Memorial Day. I just enjoyed myself in the house. My husband out there, they having a seafood boil.
Uh-huh. Have you heard anything about the troll farms?
The Trolls Farm. What is that?
Troll farms.
What is that? You talking about TROLL?
TROL farms. FARMS.
No, what is that?
I was on Sherelle's World last night, and she was explaining what's been going on, because you remember we were trying to figure out why is it so many people are favoring Melody over the other cast
Girl,
members.
my friend was talking about that. Starbucks was talking about that. You were absolutely right.
And
She
I'm
was
like,
she was talking
wow.
about that this morning, but I didn't
Yeah.
watch it. Yeah, tell me about it.
Well, Sherelle said that what they do. is they hire a company to hire or provide them with trolls just to favor them and post negative posts about their castmates. Favor them,
Wow.
because we were talking about it last night. Everybody can't be this stupid.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's what Sherelle said they are called troll farms.
Mm-hmm.
And they say they're not in this country, allegedly. They're from another country. She didn't say what country. They hire these particular companies to provide them with a certain amount of favorable comments, posts, bloggers.
Wow.
I also listened to Marcella. I don't know if you've seen her show.
No.
Speak with your girl, Marcella.
Okay, yeah, yeah, I know her now. You told me about it the other day. Yeah, what
Right.
happened with her?
She said that she was contacted, her and her friend Nisi, they both have YouTube channels,
Mm-hmm.
and asked them to favor a particular reality star over everybody else. And
Oh,
she
so they had asked Marcella before to do that.
right, yep,
Yeah.
she was asked to do it. Her and this other lady named Auntie Nisi, I think it is,
Mm-hmm.
to favor one particular reality star and give negative reviews on the rest of the cast. She didn't say who, but we knew who she was talking about.
Wow.
And she refused to do it. And it looks like what they garnered them is a certain amount of subscriptions. They provide them with these fake subscriptions,
So when you say subscriptions, what? More subs?
more subs. And if you notice, a lot of them have 10,000 to 15,000 subs.
Wow.
And this is what allegedly they get, these fake subs, if they support one cast member and down and put out negative comments on the rest of the cast.
And I truly believe it because I've
I
been
do too.
noticing my numbers. Don't you know since yesterday I lost 9 subscribers?
Really?
Yes, I lost 9 subscribers. What they do is they come on, I think it's like maybe about 10 or whatever, and
Yeah.
they all subscribe together and
Yeah.
then they all unscribe. And don't you know it done brought my numbers down negative?
Yeah. She did say they do that. They'll come into and listen like they could be
Yes.
listening to us now. And then they start posting negative comments and posts about your particular channel and try to take your subs.
Mhm. Well, I
Wow. I'm
think
like,
they
boy,
trying to get my attention by sitting there subscribing and then unsubscribing, knowing that
yeah.
it's going to bring those numbers down.
Yeah. You
This is
know,
the lowest I ever been.
you know, I think it's really sad
Yeah,
because
it is
if
sad, but it like I say, it don't bother me because, like I say, what God got for me is for me.
right, but what I'm saying is if you are in entertainment, that
Hmm.
particular field, if you cannot soar on your own talent, you need all of these different troll farms and all of these different bloggers that have to dog out your competition. To me, that just doesn't make you a star. To me, I could be wrong.
You're absolutely right because it's not gonna fly nowhere. You don't see no
Yeah.
big old bloggers talking about you. You don't see no huge networks is trying to
Nope.
pick you up.
Yeah, to me it makes you weak.
So
It
if
makes
you
you
got
weak.
everybody blogger that's talking about you, but you don't see no big bloggers talking about you or no TMZ and all of them talking about you, then quite obvious somebody got to get money
Right.
under the table or subscribers because these new bloggers that came out of nowhere and the minute they talking about no and nobody being jealous, these people got 10 and almost close to 20 subscribers now.
Yeah. I wonder if you have like 10,000 subscribers, what kind of pay is that from YouTube? A monthly pay?
Well, it's really not just the subscribers; it's also the viewing times too. That's what they look at.
Okay.
Yeah, watching the videos. To see, you can have a lot of subscribers. You can have 1 million subscribers and still don't make no money.
Oh, okay.
But if
Okay.
you want to know what they make, all you have to do is Google it. Google their name. Just go
Uh-huh.
on Google and click on this link called Social Blade,
Okay.
and you just put their name in, and it's gonna let you know how much they making.
Wow.
But the thing about it is that you know it's sad when you got to tear down somebody just to get your channel going.
Right.
Because what if that person is no longer on that show? Then what's
Right.
going to happen to your channel?
Right. I mean, supposedly, they said Melody is trying to leave. If she leaves,
And we're
what
going to say, yeah, Les.
allegedly they said she's leaving. What happens if she leaves and all of her what does her bloggers do then?
And where will she go? I don't see nobody, no doors opening as like Martell got Real Housewives of Atlanta.
Yeah, yeah. Did you see him in the parade in Atlanta? He was the grand marshal.
Yeah, that was beautiful. And then the
Yeah,
thing
well,
about it, they was trying to say that it was nobody show out. And girl, somebody showed the pictures. Ooh, it had a bunch of people out there. It was
yeah,
packed.
yeah. It was a lot of people.
But they were showing just one little side where it was in the
Yeah,
front of people home, maybe about a couple of people. But then somebody say, "Stop trying to steer that narrative. Stop trying to go with that lie, because I'm
yeah.
gonna show you the real deal." Because we was all out there.
The thing is, I know they're doing it in her favor, dogging him. But how do you allow people to mistreat the father of your kids? I
Wow,
mean, fix it was he cannot make no money.
that's
I don't get it.
horrible.
You don't want the father of your children to make money?
And the thing about it, I put a post on my community tab. When you talk about a child's father, then that says a lot about you.
It does.
It says a lot about you. And then the thing about it is like all this stuff that you putting out there, it's not gonna go nowhere.
Yeah.
And these
He
kids they gonna turn on the YouTube channel
yeah.
and turn on social media, and they gonna see all this stuff.
Yeah, he has done it to her too. Said negative things. Um, Neither one of them should have been speaking ill of the other one at no
Uh-huh,
time. Yeah, he's done it too.
uh-huh.
Talked about her having relations with other men and her
I think the
cheating.
reason why he did that is because people kept pointing the finger at him.
Yeah, yeah,
And I think that he probably say, you guys, y'all keep looking at me as the bad guy. Y'all keep pointing the finger at me.
yeah,
But she did the same thing, but you guys not saying nothing. So I understand, you know, why he did it. I wouldn't have done it, but I do understand, when you in a fight, you cannot tell nobody how to fight.
yeah. That's true.
So everybody sitting there, saying he's the cheater, he did this, but he's trying to tell you, look, I'm not the only one that stepped out.
Yeah, she cheated too. I just think it's sad that either one of them spoke negative on the other one. I don't like it at all.
Uh-huh.
Well,
But
I
what
ain't like
what
it in him, and I don't like it in her.
but what I didn't like about it is that Melanie had said, all this good stuff. I know you don't you hear me real good.
Yeah, I can hear you really clear.
Oh, okay. Because girl, I'm having problems with this mic, man. I'm just not used to it.
Okay.
But yeah, Melanie was saying that everything was just so good in that house, and he was a good father, and he did so much stuff. But so in a minute when you know they start going through their divorce, it's like they was just trying to just tear each other apart.
Yeah.
That's the part that I didn't understand. Which I understand divorce is never good. It's always nasty. But if you say that you love your kids, you're not going to put your kids through hell and back. That's just how I
Yeah.
look at it.
Yes, it was ugly, ugly, ugly.
Ugly, ugly.
The worst I've ever seen. I've never seen people treat each other like that bad.
And I think mainly because of the money, the fans, and more money that was coming in. As long as I'm sitting there dogging this person out, I'm gonna
Yeah.
continue keeping it up.
Wow. I think Kim and Kanye had a pretty bad divorce too.
It wasn't that bad.
It wasn't that bad. I don't
Nah,
know.
nah, it wasn't
Yeah.
that bad. They ceased that. One thing that Kim did, she probably started for a little while, and then she probably realized, look, I'm not that type of person because I know that I want to keep the children's dad, in their life,
Yeah.
and
I have never seen anything like
not
Martell
like
and
that.
Melody. No, never.
Mm-mm.
It's pretty bad too because they are, black people, so they represent us in a way. Both of them should act better.
Girl, the people that's in Huntsville say them people don't even represent them, so definitely
Wow.
shouldn't us,
Yeah, it's not a good look for either one of them.
Mhm.
I feel like he's making a turn for the better because he did not go off on Tiffany. Um, I'm hoping his therapy is doing him some good.
To me, it is.
Yeah,
Like I sit there and say, when it comes to Martell, and you know, only thing that he did wrong is, to me, is when I wish he would have just got a divorce before he stepped out. But like I say,
yeah.
he's not the person. He's not the last.
No, he's not. And yeah, you're right. He won't be the last. I just wish that would be the it. He go ahead on go his way, and she go her way.
And I just don't understand why they just can't let these people move on. And I think that the only one can stop this, and that's Mel. And she just don't want to stop it.
Yeah.
Because Mel could stop this anytime that she want.
Well, if he gets married, do you think it will stop then?
Well, I think it would. Want me to tell you why?
Why?
Because if he had a woman like me, honey, and you sitting there, you calling my man all out his name, then you gonna have to deal with me.
Okay, okay, okay. Yeah.
Just like with Sheree, if he would sit there and just say he married with Sheree, Sheree gonna say, you got one more time to talk about my husband.
Yeah, I believe you're correct. If he gets married, that might slow a lot of it down or even stop it. I mean, because who wants to be whining and complaining about somebody else's husband?
Thank
You
you.
look really stupid.
It
You
looks
know?
stupid now because they've been divorced almost 3 years and you still can't let these people go.
Yeah, but definitely if he gets married, that should stop it.
I hope so.
But did
Or
you
get
hear
into
what
a relationship.
did you hear what Carlos King said today?
Uh-uh.
Carlos like to give these little statements, these little subliminal messages, and he was saying, when your star is rising and you're about to do something great, you cannot focus on the people that's trying to tear you down.
Ooh, I love it.
You can't focus on them. You have to think about yourself in so many words. And then he
Yes.
said, because when your star is rising, or when you're, um, army is going to come at you. People are going to send an army at you. I didn't know if he was talking about himself or Martell,
Mhm.
because they're trying to get rid of Carlos too.
Now that's crazy.
Yeah. So yeah, he was
That
really
was I love his affirmations.
yeah. I can't really quote it word for word, but
That's on his YouTube.
yeah, on his the Carlos King show
Yeah,
podcast.
I'm gonna play it right now.
Yeah,
I love his affirmation.
yeah, it was
I really love this change of callers because at first,
yeah,
I thought that he was, stuck on that bandwagon as well because when he had said that, about Melanie, oh, Melanie, you ain't going nowhere and all this other stuff, I'm thinking
yeah,
that he's gonna put his eggs all in one basket. But now that he started seeing the outcome,
yeah,
I'm glad that he's woke now.
yeah. He put that out today. Yeah,
He
it was
did.
really interesting. I said he is really trying to prove a point and get a message across to somebody.
It's not the one that says the mistake of Marlowe.
No, it was.
It wasn't a live. No, he don't do live. So
I'm gonna tell
I
you
see the
again.
return to Real Housewives of Atlanta. He did, and I also
No,
see the Bella Collective, Crystals
no.
on Divorce. Well, that was like 5 days ago. And you say this one was recently. The
Yeah,
one
it was
that recently,
today.
it says the mistake of Marla. What does the show go?
Oh no, it says wow, where is it? I just had it. Yeah, this was today.
Because he don't do any lives.
Carlos King. Wait a minute.
I
Oh
think I
wow.
saw it. I think I did see it.
He's got
Okay,
a
it says obsess over your breakthrough.
maybe that was it. I know he has on a camouflage hat, I think it is.
No, it's not a camouflage.
Okay. Yeah,
Let me
it was
see.
so
Okay, I guess this is the one with Kim Zolciak returning to. You hear that one?
yeah, I hear that one.
That's not it.
I don't think so, but I'm gonna keep looking.
He might have took it down because I don't see it.
Wait a minute. Is this the one?
I see obsessed over your breakthrough, not who's trying to break you.
Yeah, that's it. That's the one.
Okay, let's play it. There's going to be people who are assigned to destroy you. You hear it?
Yeah, I can hear it.
Well, let me try it. I'm gonna start it all over again. And another thing, if you have something you came up with a presentation, you want to talk about something, you're welcome to do it on this channel. You heard me?
Yeah, I hear you. I appreciate you.
Yeah.
I thought that was so.
People who are assigned to destroy you. It doesn't take one person to fight the blessings that's coming your way. Let me stop it right there. Now, what did he say? There are people that are assigned to destroy you.
That's exactly what he said.
Who always say that? Cole listens to my videos. You know that, right?
Yeah. I know he do. We think he don't be listening, but Carlos listens.
Call us. Hold on.
You started it from the beginning?
Yeah, I'm finna start it from the beginning. But call us. Please give me a shout out. Because you
Okay.
know I always talk about is people assigned to make your life a living
you
hell.
always do. You always do.
Okay. There's going to be people who are assigned to destroy you. It doesn't take one person to fight the blessing that's coming your way. You know you're on the verge of something, but that one person gets an army of people to come against you. Absolutely. When that happens, that should be a sign for you that you are on the right path. You are so freaking phenomenal. They need an army of people to attack you.
Wow.
But don't succumb to that. Don't obsess over the people who are trying to break you. Instead, obsess your own breakthrough. Break through the noise, break through your enemies, and break into the blessings that God has purposefully assigned on your life. Oh, that was beautiful.
Yeah,
well, callers, thank you very much because let me tell you something. He making me want to go into my calling. You heard me? That was absolutely. That's what I call a confirmation.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I thought it was so inspiring and so it needed to be said. I was like, wow, Carlos, speak, child. Yep. I heard him say
he making me wanna go full time on my channel, in my calling.
Well, who do you think he was directing that particular message to?
Well, he was saying that there are people are assigned in your life, and the thing about it, they come in an army, they come with a drove of people.
Yeah.
Because also, I think I saw Miss Wanda on her video when she was saying something about callers giving an affirmation when said all you need is 3 people and God got your battle, but you don't need 3. He said if there's 2 in the mix, you see what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
He said I will be there.
Yep.
So you don't need an army. If that's 1 or 2, he's right there.
Right, absolutely.
And when he was saying the army of people, as you can see right here, all on social media, it's like a whole army of people. Look like the entire world is against one person.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And they are assigned in your life to make your life a living hell.
And he has very few supporters,
Yes.
but a army of people that's going against him every day,
But
all
that's
day.
the way it's supposed to be.
Wow.
Because that's the way that God can get the glory. Because if you got a army of people fighting on your behalf, you're not going to look at God. You're going to
Yeah.
look at your numbers.
Right, right, right.
You're going to look at your numbers thinking that's the reason why you win in this war. But when
Yep.
you got only two, knowing or even by yourself, and you fighting this war, you know that's nobody but God that's going to get the glory.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So I understand exactly what he's talking about.
Yeah. Yeah, it
And the
was
thing
very
about it is when you see so many people running the same way, you run the opposite way.
right, right.
You see, because this road that we are on is a very narrow road. Not too many people going to come on this road.
Right, right. Absolutely.
But I talk about it all the time. There are people in your life. There are assigned to your life to make your life a living hell.
Yep. And Carlos was saying those you have to don't be distracted by those people. Just stay on your
Never.
path, you know.
Because they are assigned to your life.
Don't fight them. Just stay on your path.
Yeah, you don't fight them because now they'll try to sit there and they'll throw all types of fiery dots.
Yeah.
They'll sit there try to stifle your anointing. They'll set all types of roadblocks in your way. But you got to keep your eyes on the prize. You got to keep pushing.
Yeah. And at the same time, they're diminishing their life. They
That's
focus
all. That's
on
that's it.
they focus
That's
on
it.
destroying one person and diminish somebody else's life.
Because they know that their assignment is almost up. They know they are about to be exposed.
Yeah.
So what they are trying to do is cause as much hell as they can in your life.
Yeah. But I mean, a
And
lot of them basically say it. They plan to destroy him,
but they
completely.
being exposed because when you came on, did you just talk about it? How
Yeah.
people sitting there seeing that these people is working on, got people working with them.
Yeah, that's what I heard last night. I guess it must have
So
been
they being exposed. You
right.
you think that they gonna continue doing what they are doing? They gonna be exposed.
Absolutely.
And I talk
Actually,
about it all the time.
actually, they say it actually surfaced back here a few months ago with the Housewives of Beverly Hills, and they know now that other reality stars and movie stars are using the same troll farms to make themselves look famous, popular, and drag down their competition. I'm
That's
like, wow,
sad. That's
that
that's
is
sad.
sad.
But
That
this
is
is the
sad.
type of world that we live in.
Allegedly, because they have no proof.
Hmm.
But and Sherelle was trying to show the people in her comments um, how to detect the troll, and I did pull up a few today because they have no content. You know.
And if you want to talk about that tomorrow, you can. We can open up with that. You see,
Yeah. I mean, I was like, wow, these
that's
people.
horrible.
It's crazy. I mean, you want to succeed on your own talent, your own
Yes.
merit, and your own morals and values. You don't need if you need an army of people to take down your so-called competitor, then that to me, in my opinion, that makes you weak.
Hmm.
That means
But
you're not a superstar.
see, they don't see it like that.
Yeah, I know.
All they seen is the right now.
Right.
They not
Yeah,
seeing the long run.
yeah, I don't get it.
They
I
not
don't get it.
seeing the long run. They seeing everything right now. Like I said there and say, whatever you do in the dark, it's gonna come back to the light.
Yeah. Yeah, I want
And
to
it's
survive.
you gonna it's
Yeah.
like I say, no good gonna come out of that.
Yeah, if I accomplish something, I want it to be on my own merit, on my own
Hmm.
deed, on my own talent, not because somebody else was, you know, uh, destroying my so-called competitor.
But girl, not in this world. Everybody want everything instant. They want a quick
Yeah.
fix.
Wow.
Everybody want it the easy way.
Yeah, the easy way you lose. I mean, you get it easy, you get it quick, you lose it quick, you lose it easy.
You're gonna lose it exactly the way
Yeah,
that you got
you
it
lose
because
it
the
the same
devil
way you
don't
got
play
it.
fair. The devil
Right.
don't play fair.
You have no longevity in it when you get it like that.
Not at all. It's just a temporary fix.
Yeah.
Because one thing about it is that only what you do for the Most High God anyway is gonna last.
Yeah, that's true.
So don't matter how you out there trying to sit there and tear somebody else down, you stop doing what they want you to do, and you start turning on them, and they're gonna shake your tail completely off of that.
Right. Right. But like you say, it's a temporary pleasure, a
Fix is
temporary fix.
that's all
Yeah.
it is. It's a
But it's
temporary fix.
I
And
don't get
and,
it.
and 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 I don't know if Carlos King is watching my videos, but if he's not, we are on one accord.
Yeah, you're on the same page. But he's probably watching. I believe they watch.
Hmm.
A lot of the bloggers, I believe they do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because this right here is my ministry, and
Yeah.
like I said, I'm trying to meet people where they are, and where are people at? Right in front of TV, right?
Absolutely.
And if I can get one out of there, like I said, I know my job is done.
Yeah, because one is gonna tell another one. You
Girl,
know,
five can put 500 a flight. 10 can put
absolutely.
1,000. So just imagine, you
Yeah.
know, all they need is one. Here am I,
Yeah. 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 I think
But
Marcella of Speak With Your Girl, Marcella, she was saying last night, like I think you said it too, that Carlos needs to shut the show down, Huntsville, down for a while.
well, I saw this in the spirit, and just like when I had told Nene, Nene used to retweet my videos, and believe me, I used to give Nene some good affirmations.
Uh-huh.
And Carlos King, he came into my spirit,
Uh-huh.
and God already told me, no weapon formed against him shall prosper,
Uh-huh.
and every tongue that rise against him they shall condemn.
Mm-hmm.
Because we got to realize we got wolves in sheep clothing, and people
Yeah.
are jealous.
Yeah.
People will keep their eyes on their prey before they try to take them out. And what he needs to do is to just not to sit there and give the devil no glory. All he needs to do is just put it on hold for 2 years.
That's the same thing she said.
Put it on hold for 2 years.
Actually, she wrote Carlos a letter,
Yes.
and she read it online, and he responded to her.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, he told her it was a small response. He said, I think he said, I love you. She was giving him some advice, like you said, shut the show down for 2 years, and then if you want to bring it back, see where everybody is. And
Yes.
it was a long, beautiful letter that she wrote him, and he responded to her. She sent it to him. I guess she sent it in an email,
Yes.
and he responded to her.
Okay.
Yep. I was a
Okay.
couple of nights ago when she wrote the letter.
I'm gonna have to go and see that. What's the lady name again?
Speak with your girl, Marcella.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, it was a couple of
That's
nights
not the
ago.
same Marcella that Miss Wanda talks about all the time, huh?
Yeah, same girl, same girl.
Okay. Okay. All right.
Yeah,
I'm gonna have to check
yeah.
out.
She wrote him a long, beautiful letter.
Oh, that's awesome. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
And he did respond to her. So
Mhm.
I don't know if he's listening. I guess he is. I don't know.
Yeah, and the reason why to go ahead and just shut it down, and God got more doors open, and it's
Yeah.
not over until God says it's over, and no devil in hell can prevail against what God has for you is
Yeah.
for you. It's just that the way that the show was brought, it was
Yeah.
brought on a lie.
Yeah, that's what she was saying.
Yes, the show was
It's too
brought on a
destructive.
lie.
She was saying it's too destructive to the black community.
Yes.
It was a long letter, and I thought about what you had said, and I thought he
Mhm.
wouldn't shut it down, but maybe he will. I mean,
Well,
it is.
the show it was on the line because what happened is they got it together based off of black entrepreneurs,
Yeah,
and everybody signed up for that.
yeah,
And once Mel got on there, she wanted to make it all about herself.
yeah,
Now I could be wrong, and like I say, all this right here is alleged. You air it out, you are free game. We only can give our opinion at the end of the day, and we all have one.
right.
And no one cannot make me say nothing different than what I am saying today because I said it before.
Yeah.
I really think that Mel was out the door. Mel was not planning on coming back. I think that Mel only came back because, ooh, that big old rib.
That's for the dog. The Jews burned it up.
Yeah. Well, that's a huge rib. You heard me? My husband's brother I can't even say burnt the ribs up. So now my husband gonna go ahead and give it to a dog, a whole rack of ribs.
Oh, he burned. Oh my
Yeah, he
God.
burned it up. Yeah, but he got me out the spirit. But yeah, let me finish saying what I was saying. What I was saying.
Oh wow, where were we? I'm lost too.
Yeah, I think that Mel was out the door.
Yeah. That's what you were
Yeah,
saying.
Mel was out the door, and like I said, I only could give my opinion, but I think that she really had checked out. And like I said, it takes two to break a home. You cannot sit there and blame one person to break the home. And when she went out, and I don't know who she connected with, where they talked about a reality show, but she knew that she had to have her family back in order to pitch this reality show
Right.
to whoever told it to it. And when she came back on those merits
Right. For the show.
for the show only.
Yeah.
Her intention and had him to leave Ariane Curry because I believe that, and this is what I see in the spirit, okay?
Mm-hmm.
That him and Ariane had built a relationship because he thought that Mel moved on and he moved on, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And that's why Ariane cannot let it go because she actually thought that the two of them, they really had a relationship. So when Mel
Right.
came back to her husband, Martell gave in. And the reason why Martell gave in because he loved his family.
Right.
So he bit off of that lie
Yeah.
and he went back home to Mel. And what Mel came to him, and that this just what I see in the spirit, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Mel sat there and say, "Look, we about to pitch a show. We getting back together. We gonna pitch a show." And he did it because he loved her. Okay,
Yeah.
so they got all the friends together, and they pitched this show to Carlos King. And Carlos King even said that he already know about the affair that Martell had,
Right.
but he didn't think that Mel was gonna sit there and put it out the first season.
Yeah, he did say that.
And the reason why Mel put it out the first season, she wanted to make the show all about her.
Yeah.
And when she did that, everything went downhill ever
Yeah.
since.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, Coleslaw been saying that the show was built on a lie.
Yes.
And that the lie was that Martell and Melody were a happy couple. They were together.
Never.
Yep. They weren't together when at the time. They got back
Never.
together to do the show.
And that's how
Yeah.
I see it in the spirit.
And
So if
that's
she said it
probably
like that, that's
right.
absolutely
It took
correct.
the show all the way down. And I don't think Carlos knew. I think he was fooled too. I
You don't
think
think that he knew that Martell
yeah, I think he knew Martell was cheating, but I think he thought they were a happy couple. Uh
he said he was even shocked when Mel
yeah,
had brought out, that her husband
right,
was cheating. And the thing
right,
about it is that it was very unprofessional, even if it was script, which we know it wasn't script. But if they all came to the table to talk about the comeback group, why would she tell the group her personal business when it was
right.
on out, when it was all around the table to make
Yeah.
money?
Yep. Well, like you say, it was for her to gain favor in
Yes.
with the audience. And it
Yep.
did it happened. I mean, I was in the beginning, I was like, wow, he's really a dog. He did this, he did that.
Hmm.
And then by the second or third season, when I saw her real personality, I'm like, wait a minute.
Hmm.
He ain't the only one. She got a few, bad spirits in her too.
when I saw what made me really see the side is when the fans start getting involved, and that's
Yeah,
really what took
yeah,
it for me. It
yeah.
wasn't really because, like I said, I was able to relate to with what
Right.
Mel was going through.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
So, if the fans would have stayed out of it,
Yeah,
I think that, we it wouldn't have been this bad. Now
yeah,
I really can't even root for her.
yeah.
I can't feel, I feel for her, but I can't even root for her
Root for her. Yeah,
because of what had happened with the fans.
yeah. I think that's what really turned me around
Hmm.
too. Because I was wholeheartedly supportive of her until the fans got involved, and to me,
Yes,
she encouraged them
he
and
didn't stop
edged
it.
them on. She edged them on, and that's when I was totally out. I was like, oh no, I can't do this.
Yeah, she didn't
Yeah,
stop it, and
yeah,
I couldn't go no more. And I'm the type of person, how many times you can beat a dead horse.
yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
couldn't, I see like first, second, third season, but then
Yeah,
you going fourth, fifth, then trying to sixth. I couldn't take
right.
no more. I
Yeah,
say if they do it again, I was out. I was done with it.
right,
And the
right.
only reason why I started watching it when I found out that Sheree was coming on because I was done.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I vowed not to pay for it anymore. If
Okay.
I see it, I get the clips, I get it off YouTube. I told myself if they came back with the same mess this season, I would not pay for it.
Hmm.
They're not getting no money off me, and I'm sticking to that
Hmm.
until it gets some more positive. One of them leave,
When I'm gonna have to leave,
preferably her.
it's
You know,
going to be her
but I'm
because
not paying for it anymore.
like I said, and I talked about it all the time. That's why I sit there and say, if you want to go ahead and you want to build your channel up, you can build your channel. You can come on and you can talk about it, because like I said, I'm ready to move forward. Even if I have to go to my back channel, I'm ready to move forward
Yeah,
because this is not where God wants me to be, because this has become too dark.
yeah, yeah, absolutely.
This is too dark.
I've been debating back and forth. I really don't want to focus get myself invested in something that's totally negative all the time.
Yeah, what do you like?
You know,
Like
I'm
if you set your channel, what do you like?
I thought I wanted to do reality, but then I like creative stuff too.
Like
Something that's more
what?
positive. Something creating I do a lot of sewing and I'm create a lot of things. Now that I could get into.
You like cooking?
Cooking, sewing, that I could get into. This, it would be hard for me to stay in this because it's so much negative.
Uh-huh.
It's a constant negative, negative. And so I'm just sitting on it. If I do something, it'll be something that's going to be creative. I'm not
Uh-huh.
going, I mean, I come on here and you and I hang out and get into it, but I couldn't do this on a regular,
Uh-huh.
you know.
Yeah, it is draining.
It's draining. It's
I
draining.
was trying to turn it, but for some reason it's so hard to turn it because it
Yeah.
was built off of, these reality shows. And every
Yeah.
time when I try to turn it, it's like
You get
I get
set,
a just
set back in a little bit.
yeah, it pulls me back in because most all the people that I have on the subscribers is, you know, came on because of reality show.
Yeah.
And I be trying to turn it, but it's hard to turn it back.
Yes, it's draining, and I don't know if I could invest myself in something completely this draining.
Mhm.
If
But I
it,
got a friend. I got a friend right now where she's turning her channel into a cooking show. And
okay,
she's starting off from the ground. I mean, beautiful, beautiful. And when you thinking, and I'm gonna give you my other channel because I'm thinking about doing the same thing
yeah,
because like cooking and I need to go out there and start exercising and eating healthy,
yeah,
and very healthy. And I say I
yeah,
can't do it this channel because when they come on, all they want to talk about is stuff that's on the reality show.
Yeah.
But once I set up my other channel, she's setting up hers right now. But once I set up my other channel, we could come on that one.
Yeah, I know. If I come on, it won't be for reality TV. It's too negative.
Uh-huh,
I
uh-huh,
have to do something that's got a whole lot more positivity in it if I'm going to invest my time in it.
uh-huh,
So, I'm just fooling around for right now, but now I don't want to do reality TV.
uh-huh.
I
And I'm
thought
from
I did
the
one time.
Yeah, and I'm from the South, so I like cooking. Not
Yeah,
as much as my friends. She cook every day. I don't cook every day. I
right.
cook maybe about maybe 2 or 3 days out of a week, but she cooks every day.
Well, yeah, yeah.
Hmm. And
So,
we can share dishes and stuff like that.
yeah, and I'll definitely support a cook. I love this other guy from New Orleans. His name is Charlie Andrews. I don't know if you've
Hmm.
heard of him.
Uh-uh.
Oh wow, he is a super cook. He's from New Orleans,
Hmm.
and I watch his channel a lot. I love cooking shows. I
Yeah, me
love
too.
Gina Young. She's another cook on. I think she's from South Carolina, one or two, North
Oh,
Carolina.
yeah, I like her too. I think I
Yeah,
know who you're
Gina
talking about.
Young. Yeah.
Hmm.
So I do. If you start a cooking show, I'll definitely support you. But
Well, that's what I'm thinking. She and I was talking about that
yeah,
today. Because
yeah.
she's starting her. She done made like I think what she's gonna make is a bunch of videos, and then she gonna at least put them out each and every day.
Okay, okay.
Yeah. So I'm figuring out where I'm gonna do with mine. You like reading?
I love reading.
What about like I'm talking about like Black history? Like you know.
I do
What,
more fictional.
oh, you like fictionals?
Yeah.
Okay.
Carl Weber is one of my favorite authors. I don't know if you ever heard of him. I bet you I got about 20 of his audiobooks.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I used to when my eyes were better, I could hold that book and flip them pages. Well,
Uh-huh.
now I do a lot of audiobooks.
Oh,
But I do a lot
okay.
of fiction and suspense.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah. But we gonna have to get that together. You see, and yeah, because and that's why I don't really worry about the numbers on this channel right here because I say
yeah,
what God has for me, it is for me.
yeah. And I know this is not for me,
Yeah.
you know.
They have brought it's not really the people, it's the fans.
Right. Yeah, it
It's
is.
the fans have brought it to a very detestable place. I
Yeah.
want to know what's going on in their personal life where they got to be so involved in people that they don't even know.
I don't know. You know,
These
I'm
people,
hoping. I'm hoping Detroit. Is a better show. It used to be a time when I could enjoy them, but it's hard to enjoy it now.
did they show the trail of Detroit?
No, I haven't seen it. I just saw the couples, three couples. They look handsome couples.
Okay,
So I'm hoping
yeah.
they don't come with a whole lot of mess and drama like this.
Uh-huh.
The housewives used to be funny. You know, and then they would have a little bit of drama, but this show has really, really turned me off of reality TV.
Uh-huh. I can deal with some of the drama. I just can't deal with the fact of these people going after these people businesses.
Yeah, yeah, I
And
think
not
that's
take it
the
so
worst.
personal. And I'm kind of trauma bond with that. You messing with people business because I
Right.
know that when with my home health, I had to go in and out of court for almost 7 years. You
Oh
understand?
my
Trying to
God. Yeah.
girl, it like I said, I got a testimony out of this world. I could have been in prison messing with people. Did you hear what I
Oh
said?
my God. Yeah.
Girl, it was nobody but the grace of God. If I wouldn't have had a bookkeeper, I
Uh-huh.
promise you I would be in prison today.
Oh wow. Mm.
I promise you I would be in prison today. But one thing that I sit there and say, honey, I was gonna go all the way with it because I know that I'm not gonna start a business and steal from myself. You
Right.
understand?
Absolutely.
And when you go out there, the thing about it is that I had a lot of people that was sabotaging, working in the inside, let these girls come in and turn in time because when you're dealing with home health, it's different than you know people is not over your shoulder watching you,
Right.
so you
Right.
could say that you was in that home and
And
you
work.
really
Yeah.
not in that home,
Yeah.
and but you turning in that time. And the
Wow.
thing about it, when you turn in that time, they look at me because that's my business, even though I got a whole office of people in there. You
Right.
understand?
Right.
And the thing about it is that it's all my people. You,
Yeah.
all my people.
Yeah.
I
They're
mean,
getting paid for hours they weren't working, so it
yes,
fell back on you. Yeah.
yes. And
Yeah.
girl, the girl that had messed me up. And like I said, thank God, that I had a bookkeeper because see, with paper trail, because if you ain't got that paper trail, girl, you'll be in a world of trouble.
Yeah.
And they know that ain't nothing was going. I was spinning. They saw
Yeah.
me putting in, but they sure ain't, taking out for myself.
Wow.
But the thing about it is that it's our people. We just got to stop being so conniving and so manipulative.
Yeah.
We the type of people is that we don't want to see other people blessed,
Right.
not knowing God can give you even greater. Take your eyes off of that person
Right.
and put your eyes on God who gave it to that person.
Yeah, that's where the internet is very helpful because you could start a business and it's nobody but you and your
Mhm.
computer. You don't have to have employees and and then incorporate other people.
But nowadays, because now everything is at a push of the button now,
Right.
where now with the home health, you don't, they can't steal time anymore because they have to be, they monitor on their phone. So
Oh,
wherever, yes, if you,
okay.
if you, if your hours is from 8 to 5
Uh-huh.
and you leave out that home, they're gonna know exactly with the GPS wherever you are.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yes. So
Yeah.
they can't do that no more.
Uh-huh.
And thank God, because it may cost a lot of businesses to get in a lot of trouble behind that.
So would you get into home health again?
Nah,
Yeah.
uh-uh. And I would never. And the reason why is because I'm older now. You see,
Yeah. Yeah.
and it just took too much to start because I started from a ground up.
Yeah.
And just to go through all that again, I don't have the time, I don't have the energy. Maybe I could help somebody else, to get into it if they're interested in it.
Yeah.
But I can still keep my license up. I even still keep my cosmetologist license up.
Okay.
I don't even do hair anymore, but I still keep it up.
Okay. Okay.
And sometimes, I might go out in the field with the home health because, see, like I said, I turn that over to my daughter.
Yeah.
So, sometimes, I might just go out in the field and just go do, a little charting for her.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a little
Wow.
assessment. But I don't, I'm pretty much retired now. I
Yeah.
really don't have to work. My husband don't have to work. Like I said there and say, we are
Yeah.
blessed.
Yeah, I'm retired too. I worked in healthcare and childcare.
Oh, okay.
All of my work career, and I ended up with a small business for about 8 years in childcare. And when I retired from there, I think about because I'll be 67 next month.
Oh, okay.
Um, so now, yeah, I'm retired. I'm I just need something small to do to get, keep me busy so I won't get bored and makes a little extra money.
Well, that's how I
But
started my YouTube channel.
okay, okay, okay.
Yeah, I started my YouTube channel. Really got me through a lot,
Yeah,
especially when I was going through with my business because it kept my mind off of what I was going through in my personal life.
right, right.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
it really, my channel really helped me,
yeah, yeah. I
and
just
that's
need a
how it
little
really
something.
started. Hmm.
I just need a little something to do to keep from being bored and
Hmm.
be a little creative. I sew a lot. I mean, I love my sewing machine, so uh,
Okay.
I may do something with that, or I have another idea that I'm going to do something small using a internet channel to sell my products. But
Hmm.
it's not going to be reality TV. It's too negative, and I need a more positive, creative, day.
Yeah, and then with the reality of is these girls already got it on lockdown.
Yeah, they do. They do.
They
Yeah.
got it on lockdown, so it pretty pretty much, everybody is doing the same thing,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
they going to be around the people that gonna give them the most drama, or the whoever they
Right.
favor.
Yeah. So it's no
So
money in it. I mean, if I do something, I want to make some money. I don't want to get rich or anything, but there's no money in it. It's too much drama, and I'm too old. I'm too old.
yeah, that's what
You
I
know?
say too.
Yeah. I'm not running up my blood pressure, fooling around
And
with reality TV.
now, if they really like you, I think you'll get a lot of subscribers. If they really like you, but
Yeah.
you got to be consistent.
Yeah, and I know I wouldn't want to be,
Uh-huh.
not
Yeah,
every day. You know what I mean?
you got to be consistent.
Yeah. I got to find another creative outlet.
Mhm.
I spent a lot of time, uh, getting my education and, obtaining my degrees in order to do what I was doing.
Mhm.
But now I'm retired. I don't have to,
Mhm.
you know.
And see what I like. YouTube don't want to. YouTube. Is considered as community friendly. I
Right.
like talking about my people. I like to talk about Black history. I like to talk
Yeah.
about our struggles. That's the stuff that I like to talk about.
Yeah.
But to them, it's too controversial. Or maybe
Yeah.
they trying to move into something else, and but that's what I like to talk about.
Yeah.
I like to talk about my spirituality. I love to talk about that.
Right.
But it's some people, they don't want to talk about. When I was talking about my spirituality, they want to talk about aliens. I don't want to talk about no
Oh
aliens.
no. No aliens. Oh no. No.
They don't want to talk about that. I say I am not at no level to talk about no aliens. Okay,
No. Absolutely not.
but I love talking about the stuff that's going on, especially when it comes to our people. What do you think about reparation? Do you think that we are ready for reparation?
I think any type of monetary gain in the Black community is been needed, well needed, and over deserved. Everything. I mean, I've heard a lot of people say no because we will mess off the money. Some will, and some won't.
Look,
But
Queenie say, "Are we still here?" Yeah, I just realized it's 2 hours because
oh my
we don't
god,
stay. But when
I,
we take, I'm more relaxed because I brought the mic and everything in my bed. I ain't gonna tell you the lie. You heard me?
I hear you, girl. But yeah, I think a lot of us would be able to take those reparations and do something wonderful with it. Some of us are gonna blow it. But yeah, we deserve. I mean, from our ancestors being mistreated and dog. Yeah, Black people deserve reparations. And
But do you think that we're ready for it now?
yeah, I think a lot of us are. Some of us are
Mhm,
not, but I think a lot of us are. It's a lot of
mhm.
Black people would love to take that money, a couple of $1 million, and start them a business.
Uh-huh.
My grandson just started him a little trucking business. He bought himself a 3/4 ton truck, and he
Uh-huh.
does, well, it really is cross country because he's in every state. Um, he could take that money and buy him a couple of more trucks for his company.
Yeah, because they said that they about to pay Los Angeles where they might get their money first. But I don't understand how
Mhm.
Los Angeles can get their money first. If anything, we need it in Louisiana
Yeah, I mean the
because
original,
we've
uh,
been through hell.
yeah, the slave trade started in the South, not in California.
Yeah, that's why I say if
Yeah,
anybody need to pay off is Louisiana because
yeah,
they still have slavery right here. They just don't call it slavery; they call it servitude with all
uh-huh.
these private prisons and getting all these young guys off the street, and that's slavery by itself. Treat them like slaves.
Yeah. I think the entire country should benefit, not one state at a time.
Hmm.
Black people. They say that you have to be able to prove that your ancestors were slaves. Because some
Prove?
people,
What you mean prove?
some people have only been in this country for the last 20 or 30 years.
Hmm.
They may
I'm
have
talking
come.
about slave descendants. So slave descendants shouldn't have to prove it, right?
Well, they say that my son told me because he lives in California,
Hmm.
and he told me that you have to be able to prove that an ancestor, uh, I think a great 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 was an actual slave. Well, we have proof in our family, you
Okay.
know, that of the slaves. Definitely one of our my uncles was in the Civil War.
Mhm.
We have proof, and in his obituary, it has the whole family, makeup. So he has proof. But that's what he told me. You have to be able to prove that you are a descendant of slaves
So where did
from
they we
America.
came from then? I thought all, we all.
Well, some people are African American, but their mother may have come from Europe, or their father may have come from Africa. The grandparents, their ancestors, were not slaves here in America.
Oh, that's gonna be a big mess then.
Yeah, you have to be able to prove.
Wow.
So, yeah, that's what he told me. You have to be able to prove the ancestry of slave that you are a descendant of a slave, because everybody here is not a descendant of a slave.
Wow, that's something new to me. I
I
didn't
mean,
know
like
that.
for instance, Tiffany, her
Tiffany
mother,
who?
Tiffany on the show on Love and Marriage Huntsville.
Oh, okay.
Um, her mother is white, so she ain't no descendant of a slave.
Mhm,
She don't even know who her father is.
mhm.
So if reparations came around, she could not prove that she
Yeah.
is a descendant of slaves from America.
Not with a DNA either.
No, because she don't know who her father is.
Wow, that's deep. I
She
didn't
couldn't
know
even,
that.
yeah, she couldn't even apply for reparations.
Wow, that's deep.
It's a lot of people here that cannot prove that they are descendant of slaves.
Wow.
You know, a lot of people. She would be one.
Well, I
You
know
know.
down here in Louisiana because we still have these plantation and didn't
Oh yeah,
uh,
yeah,
uh, then they still was having slaves on plantations right
yeah.
here in the 20th centuries,
Right,
still
right.
to this day. And now Cotton Port, the prisons, they were saying that they were treating those inmates like they were slaves,
Oh wow, yeah,
and that's still modern day slave. What they was
yeah,
doing is figuring out how to put them back on the plantation to work for free.
yeah,
Yeah, but
yeah,
that's the kind of stuff that I like to talk about. I like to talk
yeah.
about stuff like that, but people
Yep.
don't want to hear nothing about that. And I like to talk about my spirituality and stuff, but I like to talk about reality shows, but I just don't like to talk about that going into people's businesses and
Yeah, destroying
I
people.
destroying people's lives. I
Yeah.
just can't take it. That's where I say it have gotten a little too far.
I have a hard time uh thinking, how can they sleep at night when they know that they spent the entire day trying to destroy somebody's business?
They sleep like a baby because they can't go to sleep until they figure out how to plot on someone.
Just like Destiny. She had that newborn baby. They worked day and night to make sure she never made a dime.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I mean they would tell people don't buy from her. Don't
From
buy none of her
Destiny?
Destiny from her shop.
Wow,
They would tell the fans, don't shop with Destiny. Just like they doing Stormy now.
that's sick.
I mean, how do you sleep at night when you have asked someone not to support somebody when they trying to feed their kid?
That's sick.
It's sad.
That's just like with that old lady. I mean, going around Stormy's
Yeah,
business like that.
right, right.
And now they talking about, which I don't know if it's true or not because I didn't see. Just like you told me, Stormy never came out and talked about it. How they're saying that the Department of Health,
Yeah,
gave her some citations, which I don't believe that because Stormy would have mentioned that, right?
I haven't heard her say it, but I did hear. I can't remember what show was on. They said that they did turn her in to the health department.
Mhm. That's
Because
horrible.
her dog had surgery,
Yes,
and they turned it in
that's
to the
horrible.
health
That's just
department.
that's just how they did me. You see what I'm saying?
Wow,
That's
wow.
that's horrible. When you fire them and they leave out disgruntled, they start calling and saying all kinds of stuff. People
Yeah,
is sad. And that's why I
yeah,
say stuff like this, I take it very personal.
yeah.
And we cannot blame nobody but ourselves.
Yeah, I mean, we do it to our own people all the time. We don't do
It's
it to the white man, but we do it to our own.
we not gonna do it to him. We're gonna kiki and laugh just like Kenya Moore did. Kiki and
Yeah.
laugh in their face, but we'll rip each other apart.
I mean, we'll go to work for them and work like a slave
Mhm.
for them. I know some people that go to work and you would think they are part owners in the business, and
They,
they
they,
work
they
for
did
the
me
white
that.
man.
They
Yeah,
did me that. Let me tell you what happened. Girl, in my office, I promise you to God, and I'm not going to tell you no lie. When you go in my, because I'm a woman of excellence. When you went
mm,
into my office, it was like you, I mean, you could eat off the floor. It was just that clean.
yeah,
And I had these girls in there, and the reason why I did that because I was doing home health. So when customers come in there, and if they see how my building is, they're gonna say, "Oh, I want, my
yeah,
family to be a part of that."
right.
Girl, I couldn't get these people to do nothing. And when everything sat there and fell apart, girl, I was seeing these people with brooms and mops working for the other company like a slave. You hear me?
Yep, that's
But
what
I
they
couldn't
do.
even get these people to sit there and
Right,
empty a trash can.
right. They don't want to help you build your business, but they'll go out there and work for the white man like a slave all day long.
Girl, I even
Yeah,
saw one of them couldn't even empty trash cans when I was at in my office, and they was out there by a big old trash bin emptying up other companies, working
yep,
like a slave.
yep. We do it all the time.
I say, Lord help me without when it comes to our people.
Yeah,
We
honey, we
so
try our
quick to
best,
sit there and point the finger, but we are our worst enemies.
but we love our people.
Yes,
We love
I
our
love
people.
them. I love them,
Yep.
but Lord Jesus
We
Christ, help
are
them.
we are our worst enemy, you know.
We are worse than him. Absolutely. Queenie gonna have to come up sometimes. We gonna have to grab Queenie. You hear me?
Uh, she probably get tired of hearing my mouth. I'm tired of hearing me.
Yeah. So, girl, look, we gonna go ahead and close it up because my husband came in. I'm finna see what he brought. Because he went.
Okay.
They had his family had a crawfish bar.
Okay.
So I'm finna see what he came and brought in. So I enjoyed this. We did 2 hours and 11 minutes, girl.
Girl, it's always a good time.
Yeah, so I might come on the same time, around about 6 o'clock. So if you got something, if you want to start it off, you welcome.
Okay, I'll be looking for you.
Okay, all right. Talk to you later.
Okay, good night.
All right, good night. Talk to you later, Queenie, guys. Tasha, thank you for coming on, guys. Thank you for joining my live. All right, good night.